Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the final session of the Yushan Forum, the NGO Forum, creating an NSP Plus INGO Hub. As global challenges grow more complex, international NGOs play a crucial role in fostering regional cooperation and social impact. On this special occasion, Taiwan-Asia Exchange Foundation, TAEF, and Taiwan International Cooperation and Development Fund, Taiwan-ICDF, will sign the Asia Engagement Consortium Collaboration Agreement. So now we would like to invite Dr. Alan Hao-Yang, Executive Director of TAEF, and Dr. Huang Yuling, Secretary General of Taiwan ICDF, to take the seat on the stage. Please welcome them with a warm round of applause. Dr. Yang and Secretary General Huang, please. We first invite Dr. Alan Hao-Yang, Executive Director of the AEF, to say a few words.
Distinguished guest, Secretary General Huang, on behalf of TAEF Chairman Dr. Xiao, I took the pleasure to attend this signing ceremony and to invite you to witness the collaboration between Taiwan-Asia Exchange Foundation and also the Taiwan ICDF. We all know that Taiwan ICDF play a critically important role in providing and delivering Taiwan's international assistance project and also the service to different localities across the world. And we learned from their achievement. If you pay attention to the exhibition, New Southbound Policy Plus exhibition, you can see that on their booth, they share many vivid story and also their contribution to help the community-based practice and also those very important contribution to increase the human security of the targeted partner country, as well as to find important place for Taiwan's civil society organization to connect with their counterpart. So I think Taiwan ICDF is a role model of Taiwan's NGO in delivering assistance project and also those assistance to other friends in need, and that perfectly match to the mission and also the spirit of the Asian Consortium, Asian Engagement Consortium, which specifically focus on the meaningful engagement and also demonstrate how Taiwan's warm power practice can spread to different corners of the world. So without further ado, I am delighted to attend this signing ceremony and also to look forward to the future collaboration with Dr. Huang and also his capable team at Taiwan ICDF. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Yang. And now we would like to invite Dr. Huang Yuling, Secretary General of Taiwan ICDF, to give us a few words.
Thank you. Dr. Yang, distinguished guests and representative, friends and family, good afternoon. It's truly a great honor to be here with you in this important annual event. When I was president of the Taiwan Foundation for Democracy, the foundation joined the Asia Engagement Consortium as a formal member. Again, I'm very happy to lead Taiwan ICDF to join the consortium today. I wish to express my gratitude to Chairman Xiao for his leadership and kind invitation for us to join this great family again. Taiwan-ICDF is Taiwan's official development assistance agency. Next year, we will celebrate our 30-year anniversary. By joining the consortium, we redefine our mission in Asia and demonstrate our willingness to become a more responsible entity to work with you for a more sustainable future for Asia. During the past decades, Taiwan-ICDF has had many bilateral cooperation projects in Asian countries. By joining the consortium, I hope to deepen and expand our cooperation and collaboration in these countries and beyond. In particular, Taiwan-ICDF provides an incubation platform to accelerate science and technology cooperation and collaboration in the areas of agriculture, public health and medical services, green energy, smart cities, and digital government. This high-tech orientation is the new driving force for Taiwan-ICDF to work with you, with our ally and friendly countries. It's a testimony of Taiwan's soft power. By incorporating Taiwan's high-tech soft power, we endeavor to develop new solutions to traditional ODA issues with our partners. In short, it's my great honor again to represent Taiwan-ICDF to join the AEC. I wish to see concrete achievement soon from our cooperation and collaboration through shared vision, shared value, and joint efforts. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Huang. Please take your seat. Ladies and gentlemen, and now it's time for the signing ceremony for the Asia Engagement Consortium Collaboration Agreement between TAEF and Taiwan-ICDF. Now we would like to invite Dr. Yang and Dr. Huang to sign the agreement. Thank you. Please exchange the agreements and sign again. Thank you, Dr. Yang and Dr. Huang. Please rise and show the agreement to our photographers in the back. And ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause. Please look at the photographer. All right here. We look forward to more cooperation between TAEF and Taiwan-ICDF. Thank you very much. So now we would like to invite Dr. Huang to return to your seat. Thank you once again. A big round of applause. Thank you very much. Taiwan-ICDF has played a very important role in advancing Taiwan's support. So thank you very much, Dr. Huang, and we would like to invite Dr. Yang to take the seat on the stage. Dr. Yang will serve as the moderator for our next session. So now we're going to invite the panelists to come up to the stage for this important panel discussion. Now we're going to invite Mr. Kang Jiaqi, Deputy Director General of the Department of NGO International Affairs, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, ROC Taiwan. Please welcome him with a warm round of applause. Now we invite Ambassador Amitabh Amit Shah, founder and Chief Inspiration Officer of Yuba Unstoppable. Welcome. Dr. Zhan Changquan, member of the board of the Center for Asia Pacific Resilience and Innovation. Welcome. And now we invite Dr. Peter Lin, president of STUF United Fund Asia Pacific Center. Now we invite Ms. Kazadira F. Tomzil, executive director of PJAR Foundation. Welcome. Mr. Linus Lee, Secretary General of Taiwan Alliance in International Development. And Dr. Eve Cho, CEO of Taiwan Fact Check Center. Thank you very much. So we invite our panelists to take your seat on the stage. And now I'm going to hand over to our moderator, Dr. Yang.
Distinguished panelists, friends, ladies and gentlemen, very good afternoon. Welcome to the 8th session of the 2025 Yushan Forum, the last but not the least session. As mentioned earlier, this session is on the INGO cooperation in line with Taiwan's new southbound policy and plus. This session will touch upon the civil society organization collaboration as well as the global civil society solidarity in addressing critical challenges and achieve the common desired goal together. Upon this session, we are extremely delighted to have speakers from Taiwan and afar with us. Please allow me to briefly introduce our speakers today. We have 7 panelists representing the leading NGOs across the world in enabling a better world and the related agency committed to facilitate NGO collaboration in Taiwan and the region. So firstly, let me introduce Mr. Kang Jiaqi, the Deputy Director General, Department of National NGO International Affairs at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, ROC, Taiwan. Yes. Then I would like to introduce you Dr. Zhan Changquan. Dr. Zhan is the member of the board, Center for Asia Pacific Resilience and Innovation, CAPRI, with its headquarters based in Taiwan. Then it will be my honor to introduce you Ambassador Amitabh Amit Shah, the founder and Chief Inspiration Officer, Yuba Unstoppable. My friend Amitabh is also the ambassador to Prime Minister Modi in India. And you may find out his affiliation, his title is very inspiring. It's not a CEO or COO, it's a CIO. I think this is something new I learned from him. Chief Inspiration Officer. And he is also the mentor of the meditation, of my meditation. So he teach me a lot through the online program and online app. And our 4th panelist is Dr. Peter Lin, President of STUF United Fund Asia Pacific Center. Let's welcome Dr. Lin. And next to him is Ms. Kazadira Tomzil, the Executive Director of PJAR Foundation in Indonesia. And PJAR is a partner of Taiwan-Asia Foundation for a few years. And next is Mr. Linus Lee, Secretary General of Taiwan Alliance in International Development. We call that Taiwan-8. And last but not the least, Dr. Eve Chu, on behalf of the Taiwan Fact Check Center. Okay, so now we have already introduced our 7 thought leader and also the NGO leader across the country in the region. And I would like to learn from our panelists on 2 important issues. Number 1, I would like to learn from your insight on your comments on how to partner with Taiwan's new southbound policy plus, as mentioned and as discussed during the previous 7 sessions, that starting from 2016, Taiwan's new southbound policy has entered into a new phase, and under President Lai Ching-te's leadership, there will be a new practice called New Southbound Policy, NSP Plus. And among the NSP Plus instrument, the NGO corridor, what Taiwan-Asia Yushan Foundation shouldered to advance and to expand the existing mechanism, will be one of the key mechanism and instrument. So I would like to learn from your insight on how you look at this new southbound policy, plus what is your comment and the feedback, and how will be your institution or organization linking up with TAEF and with Taiwan's NSP Plus corridor, INGO corridor. And the second issue that I would like to learn from you is, please also shed light on how to materialize this INGO hub, how to materialize Taiwan's role in acting as the hub for accommodating and working with the international NGOs across the globe, and what kind of the issue and action that Taiwan need to address and to emphasize to strengthen its capacity in enabling this INGO hub. So it will be grateful if you can enlighten us. I think here, we gather here not only from the government sector, but there are many NGO leaders and experts, scholars. They will be happy to interact with you later. So with these 2 questions, I would like to learn from your personal insight and also from your perspective of your organization. So let me start with Mr. Kang first. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Yang, for the kind introduction. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I feel truly privileged to share this stage with the distinguished panelists. On behalf of the Department of NGO International Affairs at the Taiwan's Foreign Ministry, I would like to express my gratitude for this opportunity to talk to you on promoting Taiwan to be in the hub for international NGOs in the Indo-Pacific region. So my colleague prepared this paper, so I have to read it. Otherwise, she'll be very angry when I get back to the office. So bear with me. As global challenges continue to appear, the Indo-Pacific is at the heart of critical issues such as democracy, environmental protection, public health, and human rights. So Taiwan is eager and ready to support INGOs in their vital missions across the region. And as you know, Taiwan is a beacon of freedom, democracy, human rights, and the rule of law in the region. And these values, not just slogans, they are deeply embedded in our society and governance. We have a strong civil society, an open and transparent government, and a firm commitment to media freedom. And in this environment, INGOs can operate with full autonomy. They can collaborate with local and regional stakeholders and carry out their missions without political interference. Taiwan stands out as a safe and reliable partner for INGOs that look for strategic base for their work across the region. Now I'd like to take some moment to introduce some backgrounds and efforts that my MOFA, that is what we call the Foreign Ministry, has made to invite INGOs to set up offices in Taiwan. And we all know Taiwan has a thriving landscape of NGOs that actively participate in international exchanges. So to utilize the far-reaching influence of NGOs, MOFA not only promotes integrated diplomacy by merging the government's resources and the energy of civil society, but also encourages prominent INGOs to establish offices in Taiwan so that we can strengthen Taiwan's international connections and enhance ties with the democratic community. And since 2020, MOFA has been promoting this project to invite INGOs to establish offices in Taiwan. Our concrete steps include, first, making government regulation much easier for INGOs to establish offices in Taiwan. We also coordinate with different government agencies to ensure a favorable operating environment. Second, we dedicate a section on MOFA's website. It's a one-stop web page which provides information on how to establish office, civil associations, and foundations in Taiwan. Third, we assign a designated personnel at MOFA to provide consultation and assistance. Well, the special personnel is here with us today, so later, if we have time, we can discuss with her. And the fourth is we try to provide office space solutions. So with plans to provide affordable physical locations for INGOs in the future. Now, I would like to give you some examples of our achievement. That's what we call it. First, MOFA has successfully assisted several important INGOs in establishing offices in Taiwan, including the U.S. National Democratic Institute, International Republican Institute, Freedom House, Spirit of America, think tank from Germany, such as Friedrich Naumann Foundation for Freedom, and the UK Westminster Foundation for Democracy, just to name a few. Second, many other INGOs set up their office in Taiwan even much earlier because they know this is the right place to be. I believe you are more than familiar with these names, such as World Vision, Amnesty International, the Red Cross, just to name a few. So why do those INGOs choose Taiwan to set up their office? Well, we have some special, unique strengths for them to stay here. The first one is democratic governance. And the second one is gender equality. The third one is technological innovation. The next would be disaster response and humanitarian aid. And also we have the special strengths on combating disinformation. And also Taiwan's universal health insurance system is among the best in the world. So, other than that, besides those professional advantages, Taiwan also offers a high quality of life for INGO staff and their families. Well, Taiwan is one of the safest places in the world. Also, we have excellent public transportation. It's very easy to travel, to move within the island. Also, Taiwan has a rich and diverse food culture. I don't have give you too much details about eat and drink here. And we have a vibrant international community, so making Taiwan a very attractive place for expatriates and professionals. So in closing, I would like to say Taiwan is fully committed to becoming the Indo-Pacific hub for INGOs. We invite INGOs from around the world to establish their presence here in Taiwan. Together, we can strengthen civil society, promote democracy and human rights, and create a more resilient and sustainable future for all. So if your INGOs are interested in semiconductor, AI, and smart manufacturing, come to Taiwan. If you are into gender equality issues, come to Taiwan. If you focus on public governance and open government, come to Taiwan. And if your INGOs are working on democracy, human rights, and freedom, come to Taiwan. And of course, if you love bubble tea, you must come to Taiwan. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Director General Kang, for strongly inviting the NGO partners to consider Taiwan as the place for your regional office or headquarters. Yes, you are right to share the concrete action of Ministry of Foreign Affairs since 2020 to turn those projects into action, to provide assistance to the NGOs, friends, and partners who consider to relocate to other city in Asia, other country in Asia. And we also learn from you that those actions has been very helpful to facilitate the process of partnering with Taiwan and to relocate to Taiwan. And also it is true that Taiwan is very attractive, not only for the bubble tea and the dumpling, but also have a very friendly environment with all the features that Mr. Kang just shared. But the most important of all is a liberal, free, and open society with the vivid, strong civil society and also the resilient economy. And I think what Mr. Kang mentioned become very important incentive, not only from the Taiwan society itself, but also from our Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the public sector to really strategize Taiwan's uniqueness to attract more INGO partners to come to Taiwan and also to embrace the global civil society solidarity. And let me secondly invite my mentor and also the Chief Inspiration Office of UVA Unstable, Ambassador Amitav, to the floor is yours.
Thank you. I think first of all, there should be a big round of applause for Taiwan. Can we have a big round of applause for Taiwan, guys? I think be it the bubble tea, be it the dumplings, be it the people, be it the culture, you know, in 4 days I've fallen in love with Taiwan. So one more round of applause for Taiwan, everybody, please. I think, secondly, there needs to be a round of applause for Dr. Michael, Dr. Ellen, the team at TAFE, you know, be it Evelyn, Morris, or be it my fellow Indian researcher here, Sana. I think a round of applause for the TAFE team for putting this together so beautifully and being such great hosts. Lastly, I would like one more round of applause for all the beneficiaries that all the NGOs are working for. And that could be, you know, the policies that we are creating, the children that we are supporting through education and health, be it the women, be it the farmers, be it the environment, whatever everybody here is working for, be it democracy. I think there needs to be a big round of applause for all the beneficiaries because they have given us an opportunity to serve. So one more round of applause for the beneficiaries, please, guys. Thank you. Before I give my comments, I would like quickly, Morris, to please show a video about the work we are doing for children in schools across India. Almost 8,000 schools. Yeah.
Look at this school, full of energy, dreams, and a future waiting to be written. But behind these hopeful faces were broken walls, leaking roofs, and unsafe toilets. Spaces that were meant to shape their future instead stood as barriers to their growth. At Yuva Unstoppable, we don't just restore facilities, we reimagine opportunities. Through school building and classroom construction, hygienic sanitation facilities, clean drinking water systems, STEM labs and science labs, smart classrooms, Google Future Classrooms, and sustainable green initiatives like solar street lights, clean energy electrification, and groundwater recharge systems in schools. We bring 360-degree transformation, turning schools into model institutions. Our vision goes beyond walls. We are revitalizing Anganwadis, strengthening nutrition programs, empowering youth through skill development, and supporting dreams with scholarships. This is how we nurture dreams from the womb to graduation. Seeing the urgent need to protect the environment, we have also integrated agroforestry, inspiring natural and cultural regeneration and ensuring that communities grow sustainably alongside education. Yet, one piece is still missing: you. We can bring your philanthropic vision to life anywhere in India, turning your support into lasting impact. Your one-time contribution doesn't just build schools, it creates an unstoppable future. A small step today, a brighter tomorrow forever.
Thank you. In the ancient Indian wisdom, it used to be that one son is for business and second is for society. My brother went to Harvard Business School and started a very successful legal tech firm. I went to Yale for my MBA and declined a Wall Street offer with JP Morgan to come back and work on the real streets of India. And when I came back, I thought anyone can give 2 hours a week of their time to go and teach math, science, dance, music, English in a government school close by. There's about 1.5 million public schools, and mostly the children come because they get a free meal. And I'm happy to share that a lot of the people who were going to teach there were from corporates like KPMG, HDFC Bank, Bank of America, and these guys would come to us and say that, Amitabh, can we do something about the sanitation? Can we do something to put in smart classrooms? Can we put in STEM labs in the schools? Can we improve the sports areas? Can we train the teachers to deliver this in a more efficient manner? Can we do skilling, help them with IT services, financial services, electricians, plumbers? Can we do large-scale agroforestry? And then one question they asked me, which always gave me goosebumps, was, will only the king's son become a king? We are meeting so many kids whose parents make less than $3 a day, but the kids are getting, rack pickers' children, auto drivers' children. The kids are getting more than 80, 90% in the 10th and 12th. Can we help them become doctors, lawyers, engineers, chartered accountants? And I'm happy to share, thanks to an incredible policy in India, which is the Prime Minister of India's vision, the corporate social responsibility, 2% of net profits of every company, be it Microsoft, Google, Foxconn, which are operating out of India, has to give that for community building. They have to give it for charity, which has led to about $8 billion in philanthropy coming around. And I'm happy to share that my organization, Yuva Unstoppable, which means the unstoppable youth, has raised Dr. Ellen about $100 million in philanthropy to transform about 8,000 schools for more than 8 million children. And KPMG is our audit partner. Ziva is the internal auditor, as you saw it. What I have realized is there's no dearth of people all over the world who want to support the India story of improving the education, health, especially for the for the tribal schools that we have across the country, because I'm Viksit Bharat Ambassador, which is the Grow India initiative by 2047. It can only happen if there's education and health for our tribal and underprivileged children in rural parts of India as well. And I'm happy to share that the government of India has taken a lot of steps, a lot of initiatives to ensure the last mile impact happens. One small thing that I would like, one small, tiny story I would like to share with all of you is I had gone to one of the schools on the outskirts of Mumbai recently, and there was a little girl, 7 years old, her name was Priya. And as soon as I walked in, she said, "Can you please bend a little bit?" So I bent a little bit. She's like, "No, a little more." So I went down a little more. And then in my ear, she yelled, "Thank you." And I said, "Why do you say that?" Because she said, "Now I can pee twice a day." Earlier, for I think 300 girls, there were just 3 toilets. Now there's about 11. So it's small interventions which can lead to developing India in a much more beautiful, powerful manner. And I truly believe the collaboration between a beautiful country like Taiwan, one of the biggest in semiconductors, if we could create a thread, which I've been speaking with Dr. Michael and Dr. Ellen, of getting the top Taiwanese companies which are already in India, they have to do CSR. If we can inspire them to transform the schools and put in STEM labs and put in smart classrooms in the schools near the communities where the factories are, that would be an incredible collaboration. Again, I would like to simply share that I'm going to keep doing this to the last breath, till every kid across Asia and the world gets education, health, and good environment. And again, I want to thank all of you for having me here. I think the iNGO Hub is an incredible initiative for global NGOs, like-minded people to come together. And in the end, I would just like to say that my last 3 days, what's touched me the most, Dr. Ellen, is that so many people care to build a better world. So thank you for having us all together. And thank you for having me here. And I'm sure this is just the start of a long, noble friendship. Be it on LinkedIn or Instagram, I'm sure all of us will keep connected and do some good work through especially this new policy as well to create more impact on ground. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ambassador, Chief Inspiration Officer, for this very inspiring remark. I felt quite energetic. I was struck that you said 100 million aid to Dr. Ellen Yang. So I thought that will be an incoming grant to TAEF. just joke. Yes, last dinner we had a chance to go over the discussion on the smart campus, smart school. That was a very meaningful reach out to different locality in India, and also I think that is also something that Taiwan ICDF has been devoted to our ally and also to other different countries. And your idea to invite, according to Indian's law, to ask for the help and donation from those high-tech company, foreign investor, and that will be even more meaningful because they can improve their image and also to contribute to their corporate social responsibility. And that's something to highlight probably the way to increase the new southbound policy plus social impact in our priority partner country such as India. Thank you for your inspiring comment and suggestion. Then I would like to invite Dr. Zhang for your remark. Dr. Zhang, the floor is yours.
Yes, good evening. That's, independent thinking and open dialogue are cornerstone of informed policy makings. Yet in many regions, the establishing a think tank internationally is very challenging. And I hope the journey of Capri I will present can demonstrate perseverance and the cooperation can turn an ideas into a globally recognized institutions. And the lessons I will present to you in my presentations is not just about building an institution. It's more than that. It's about creating a platform that we can have better dialogue, cooperation, and have a future directions of this global engagement in a very rapidly evolving geopolitical landscape we are facing today. So Capri born out of the crisis, the pandemic crisis. And we announced this in the World Economic Forum, May 2022. And before that, we have engaged to propagate our needs in Asian Pacific region for vaccines. So we produced a policy statement together with many people in the world and delivered to G20 to try to have equity in vaccine utilization in the world. And the success of Capri's came from the leaders. You got to have a trust for leaders, competent leaders. And our board are chaired by Professor Lin Xialu, Shirley Lin. And as you can see the compositions, this is in Taiwan, but the board members are from the world. And from private sectors, a lot, okay? And academics, also some company representative, including TSMC and others. And we need international advisors to help us. So currently we have 14, and they're from all the countries. And like Malcolm Turnbull from Australia, and Sanjay from India, and Jose Maroso from Europe, etc. So we have this composition that can guide us to do really global importance research and related to policies. And we share the same values and with a very clear missions. Our values are independence, integrity, and inclusivity. So Capri is a non-governmental independence organization. So we have to hold our value very firm that we can be trusted by all stakeholders. And through research, engagements, partnerships, and we are doing our work. And the second one is you have to build a global network. So through all this activity, currently we have over 20 partners in the world that work on different things with us, research, talent circulations, and etc. So you can see there's academics, there are private sectors, and think tanks in the world. And the future of think tank, you have to have young, talented people to come with you. So we run talent circulations year-round, and a lot of partners, and even our staff are from 6 different countries, US, India, our neighbors, Philippines, and even Hong Kong and China. So that's the way we can build our diverse and very capable staff to do things. And in the future, all the policies will be interdisciplinary. So we always bring interdisciplinary experts to work with us on societal resilience, such as health, environmental sustainability, transformative technology, and economic dynamism. So this is how we target our main research area. And just give you some examples. We have already have the cross-country comparison research together with PHSSR. We produce publication like this electronically, in papers, on the web, and we distribute widely and to be used by host country and also learn from others from the neighboring countries. So these are 5 publications we have. But publication itself is not sufficient. You need actions. So once we have publications, we will launch with our partners in the country or in the international arenas, try to promote the policy, we believe they are correct and they are useful for the people around the world. So in this part is health system resilience that we have done over the years. But it's easier said than done. And I was asked, how can our example to be useful for Taiwan to dream to be a hub of international NGOs? And I lay out 4 challenges that Taiwan can improve better through our experience, the 3 years experience we have in Taiwan. The first one is, there should be a better support for a better ecosystem that in Taiwan. We need it, okay? So possible, a one-stop service, because if you are doing this, you involve so many government government bureaucracies that we need to overcome. So one-stop service is important. And the second one is, try to help international staff, because if we want to have an international NGO, you have to international staff. And it's not like for-profit companies. So better we create one category for those people who are easier to get a visa and to be employed locally in Taiwan. And the third one is related. We have to have a tax system that, to allow our NGO partners to work equally as our local hires. So that's tax system has to be modified a little bit to become a better supporting environment to build this ecosystem we want. Okay. The last one, Taipei is very very expensive. So you see on the right-hand side is finally we get this office, but it takes 3 years to get this one. So better office space is needed for if we want to house more NGO. So again, reflecting from Capri's journey, I think it's possible Taiwan can become an important INGO's hub if we want to, if our society want houses at the first, then our government can do their job by creating a better environment for people to come in, for organization to settle down, and to hold the important morals, standards of NGO. That's integrity, inclusivity, independence that Capri has brought. So thank you for this.
Thank you, Dr. Zhang, for this sharing on Capri's experiences and journey on how Capri established the platform for global engagement. And this successful story also highlight some reminder to Taiwan's government and also the NGO-related stakeholder, especially the ecosystem and one-stop service. I think Mr. Kam's remark already include this one-stop service. So the designated the contact person to facilitate any process. I think the International Department of NGO International Affairs at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, they might already pick up this message during the discussion with Capri and collaboration with Capri. So thank you very much for sharing this very informative information. And then I would like to invite our fourth panelist, Dr. Peter Lin, the president of STUF United Fund, Asia Pacific Center. Peter, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Good afternoon, distinguished guests, partners, friends. Really, it's good to be here. I want to start with talking about a little bit about STUF United Fund, that we actually operate in the pretty unique model. But since 2009, Staff United Funds that we has been admit to the UN that we got a special consultative status. That's pretty unique for run by Taiwanese and owned by Taiwanese NGO that being able to get to the international stage. That stuff that we share the core value of share, trust, unity, and family. That is the core value that for us just to drive our whole mission and then the whole purpose that to pretty much to spread our words. So since we are in the UN, so we have been trying to establish some contributions, especially that in disaster relief, some public health, educations, environmental protections. So Staff United Funds that we operate from 5 different continents, 32 different countries. So in short, what we are doing, actually we want to do is just send out one strong message that Taiwan can help. So what makes Staff United Fund unique? So Staff United Fund is funded by people from Taiwanese Chamber of Commerce. That people that has been bear the entrepreneur spirits through the years, putting their feet down on different regions. But now they are giving back as an individual. And also, they really want to share the Taiwan value to the global. So with a really special angle that we can do it more from the business or industry angle, and then to do the NGO work. So that's one thing is that we can get involved with the second generations of our all the people around the world, even the third generations. And then so we are being able just to integrate our business resources, of course also integrate with academics, with local governments, even with the local communities to create the values that we can link the locals, but really to create the international footprints. So really there's one thing that we really care in Staff United Funds is that, so every businessman, successful businessman, Taiwanese businessman, I probably should press next. So, whoa, okay, press too much. To a certain level, you have the titles. You have your social status. You have your wealth. But I think there's one thing for the global businessman, there's one thing in mind. What can you do to Taiwan? How can you do more? So Staff United Fund is, even it's non-governmental, it's non-profit, but that's built by a group of people, share the same value. Doesn't really matter that they are in the United States, in Europe, or in Asia, or even in East Africa. That we create a tremendous value by just connecting just people. So through the like enterprise of business mind, that this year we already have our Asia Pacific Center, which is here based in Taiwan. That we also have East Africa centers, that is Uganda. And this year we're going to set up our EU center. So in Taiwan, here that we really want to connect with the local business that really want to highlight the strength of Taiwan business or really the sustainable developments with the tremendous success in Taiwan, but we want to create stories that the world know. So we want to create something that not just like Taiwan can help. We want to create something like, oh, Taiwan again, Taiwan forever. Everyone knows there's a Taiwan doing a great job, not just in Taiwan, but for the whole world. Now, just right now, we have a team in New York joining the CSW. Later this year, we have a team going to the WHA. We have a team in New York. Later, going to be UN joining the future of the summit. Of course, later this year for the COP30. That we are being the pioneers, using a new unique model, trying to get to penetrate into the global stage, but really from a business mind. Also from a whole heart, that because we love Taiwan. So a lot of people just talking about what would be a good model to run an international NGO. I would say the first thing is people. With the right people, here I have my right beloved colleagues, my team here. With the right people, with the right visions, there's no limit. For us, that we really think there's no limit. Doesn't really matter what kind of NGO, what kind of resources you have. We just started. You have a different challenges, but we believe that just do it like the Taiwanese businessman that would do this step by step, footprint by footprint. We can achieve tremendous results. So I represent Stop United Funds from this beloved home, Taiwan. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you.
Thank you, President Lin, for this wonderful remark to share the Staff United Fund as a unique NGO model in UN. So I heard that you used a very strategic word, penetrate. That also reflects the political difficulty that Taiwan has been blocked outside the UN system. So the NGO can enjoy the special status in UN system is very unique. So apart from Staff United Fund, and the other one is 慈济. So these two unique model demonstrate how Taiwan's civil society organization worked very hard to take part in the global development agenda through different approach. And the Staff United Fund's experiences demonstrate the business sector's support and also the business sector's idea to run this NGO more strategically and significant contribution to spread Taiwan's voice to the world. Next, I would like to invite my friend and my colleague from PGI Foundation. So next to him is Ms. Casadilla Tamzir, the Executive Director of PGI Foundation. And PGI is the most important foundation based in Jakarta and also working on the youth-related ecosystem by providing resources to enable the youth engagement and also cultivating the next generation young leaders. As TAF organized the annual CSUP Youth Camp in summer, PGI Foundation usually always sponsor a few young Indonesian young talent to fly to Taiwan to take part in our youth camp. And also, I think one of the young leader from PGI has been invited again from last year's CISA Youth Camp, and he is now attending the Yushan Forum as the observer. So the floor is yours, Kasadila.
Thank you so much, Dr. Allen. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and my fellow panelists. First and foremost, it is an honor for us to be receiving the invitation to speak in the Yushan Forum to talk about the very important topic of the role of INGOs in the world today, especially in the context of the NGO corridor in the New Southbound Plus policy. So my name is Kazadira Fedifa Tamzil, as mentioned by Dr. Allen, and I represent Pijar Foundation, which is an INGO based in Jakarta and Yogyakarta in Indonesia. And today, we would like to zoom in on the theme of Gotong Royong, or collaboration, because we really do believe that in trying times, collaboration is the game changer. So let me start with a story about Indonesia. How many of you have been to Indonesia before? A lot. So beautiful. Thank you so much. So Indonesia is a vast country. It is a country of 280 million people spread across 17,000 different islands. And we are situated between Asia and Australia, the Indian and the Pacific Oceans, and Indonesia is an archipelago. So to travel from one place to another is quite challenging at times. But Indonesia is experiencing what we call a demographic bonus. So the majority of Indonesians currently is of productive age, and the majority of that productive age is the youth segment. That's why, as Dr. Allen mentioned before, we put a lot of emphasis in how the youth can actually be active players or problem solvers in societal development challenges these days. In fact, Pijar Foundation is mostly comprised of the Gen Z generation. So 75% of our staff members are from the Gen Z generation, with just a few in the leadership board being from the late generation of millennials. So what does Pijar Foundation stand for? So we try to support the Indonesian government and private sector corporations in solving some of our society's most pressing growth challenges. You know that Indonesia in 2045 will enjoy our 100th year of independence. And in that year, Indonesia wishes to be a developed economy with higher quality of life and better environmental sustainability overall. But Indonesia needs to solve three main challenges to achieve that developed economy status: talent, innovation, and public policy. First one, talent or skills. Did you know that the majority of the 280 million people living in Indonesia right now are actually only junior high school graduates? So many are still facing difficulties in accessing higher education, and many of the graduates from universities still face what we call a skills mismatch because of a gap between what is taught in their academic curriculum with what is being needed in the workforce right now. And secondly, when it comes to innovation, you know that a country needs a high entrepreneur or innovator to population ratio to grow, but Indonesia currently still has a low entrepreneurs or innovator ratio to population. And this is why it is important for us to incubate the startup and the business environment in Indonesia. And last but not least, on the public policy side, Indonesia is a democracy, but we still see that there are some challenges, especially for the youth, to meaningfully participate in policy making in a way where they can actually engage in dialogues, meaningful dialogues with the government, and most importantly, how the youth can collaborate with the government to do some collaborative projects together. So the youth do not just criticize on social media, but can actually be a participant or an active actor in pushing solutions for our societal challenges. Now, that is the role that we see for PJAR Foundation and also the NGO corridor in Taiwan's New Southbound Plus policy. NGOs can play the role of 3 Cs, convener, catalyst, and capacity builder. Convener, because of our nonprofit status, it is often more easy for us to convene stakeholders from various sectors, public, private, philanthropy, international organizations. And then also we can play the role of catalyst, where we can provide some seed grants or funding to jumpstart risky experimentations with the eventual potential to scale, adoption by state governments or by the private sector through the identification of commercial models. And last but not least, as INGOs, we also have a role to play in capacity building, because what we want is for our beneficiaries to be empowered so that when we move to other programs or other issues, they can actually sustain the programs and the projects to become permanent solutions for our society. Now, when we talk about collaboration, it's actually about collaborating across different sectors. So government, private corporations, philanthropic organizations, international organizations. And that's why in our work in talent, innovation, and public policy, our emphasis is always on gotong royong or collaboration. So gotong royong is actually an Indonesian word for collective resource sharing to solve complex common problems. But you can actually find the local equivalent in your own local languages, because that is the trait of many, many societies across Asia. When we are faced with common challenges, we do not go our separate ways and try to solve problems on our own, but we come together and we try to contribute the resources that we can, so we can solve problems more effectively and efficiently. And when we talk about collaborations, it's not just about collaborating within our own borders, but actually working across borders. This is one example of what Dr. Allen mentioned before about how PJAR Foundation annually always sends our youth delegation to the CSAT youth camp, where they are able to meet with other youths from other geographical locations. This is the story of Elia, one of our youngest staff members, who joined the CSAT youth camp in 2023, and at the end of it wrote a beautiful essay on the importance of collaborative and inclusive policymaking. And from the CSAT youth camp, she realized that actually this is not just something that is wanted by youths in Indonesia, but youths from across the world that she met at the CSAT youth camp. And actually, we brought also another staff member, one of our youngest staff members, Andy, here to join the CSAT Youth Forum. Give him a round of applause. We really commend the Taiwan-Asia Exchange Foundation for providing a meaningful opportunity for our youth to engage in policy discussions in a way where they are able to interact with us and ask questions and be part of solutions. So last but not least, it is our hope that we can not just talk about collaborations, but we can actually realize collaborations through concrete actions. For the Indonesian context specifically, we invite collaborations in the areas of skills. So how, for example, we can co-create online courses to complement the learnings of our university students, so that by the time they graduate, they will be able to meet the demands of our workforce in a meaningful way. Or even they can perhaps do a global talent mobility and find employment opportunities outside Indonesia, but also contribute through remittance and ideas back home to Indonesia. Secondly, we also invite collaborations in the area of innovation or entrepreneurship. So we understand that Taiwan has a lot of technological advancements that can be contextualized to fit the Indonesian societal challenges. And this is one of the things we do at PJAR Foundation, where we create sandbox programs where we allow startups from not just Indonesia, but also overseas to come and test their products and services in Indonesia. So they can find commercial opportunities and we can share the benefits together, regardless of our national identities. Last but not least, on the public policy or international cooperation side, we also work a lot with international organizations to advance discourses, dialogues, and actions across borders, one of which is, for example, on advancing Southeast Asia's predictive healthcare. So after COVID-19, how we can transform our health systems to be more robust. And our focus is not just on curing, but also on preventing diseases to happen at the very first place. And for this, we need collaborations across borders. And this is why we are very passionate to advocate the importance of Gotong Royong and how this spirit can really inspire all of us to strengthen actions on the ground to solve developmental challenges. Last but not least, please get in touch with us. Once again, we thank the Taiwan-Asia Exchange Foundation and the Yushan Forum for this wonderful opportunity. Gotong Royong for a better future for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Kasadia, for the wonderful introduction. And I also learned from the PJ's experiences that they put much emphasis not only on the youth, the young generation, but also to utilize the cutting-edge technology. For example, their in-house designer was replaced by the AI. So they also introduced those important technology to upskill the workforce among the young generation in Indonesia. And we met the PGI Foundation's leadership a few years ago in one Asian Philanthropy Congress, and that is the beginning of our partnership and lasted for a few years. And we decided to enrich our interaction by inviting PGI's team to Taiwan and also to meet our Ministry of Agriculture to facilitate the bi-directional cooperation on the new Southbound Policy Flagship Program. And we are grateful that with the endorsement and the support of the PGI Foundation, the cooperation between different sector and stakeholder goes quite well. So far you can see that our lineup today are very, very inclusive. Every representative and every organization focus on different expertise and different mission. And that shows the inclusivity of the global civil society solidarity. And through the discussion, I find two keywords. One is togetherness. So we need to work together, join hands to materialize the common idea and also the vision. And the second keyword is the collaboration. So I think time is almost there, so I would like to follow up to invite the Secretary General of Taiwan Alliance in International Development, Taiwan-Asia, Mr. Linus Lee, to have your remark. Sunny, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you. Very good afternoon. My name is Linus Lee. I'm the Secretary General of Taiwan Alliance in International Development, Taiwan-Asia. It's my great honor to give you a brief introduction of the NGO Fellowship Program and how it can help Taiwan to create a new southbound policy and INGO hub. NGO is the backbone and the driving force for Taiwan to pass the democratization. In the past 3 decades, the number of NGO has increased from 5,000 to more than 70,000. And the Taiwanese NGOs not only provide domestic service, but also go all around the world. According to Taiwan-Asia survey, there are more than 350 service programs in different countries, and 80% of the program are located in Asia. So under these circumstances, Taiwan-A was set up in 2013 as the first national NGO platform organization dedicated to international development. One of the most important works for Taiwan-A is to facilitate more collaboration between the NGOs in Taiwan and across Asia. So in 2023, we start the NGO Fellowship Program. It is basically an exchange program inspired by the US State Department, and we invite the NGO professionals all around Asia come to Taiwan and go to their Taiwanese NGO counterparts and work with them in their office, in their fields, on a daily basis for 4 weeks. And we will sponsor all the expenses. We are very grateful to work with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, American Institute in Taiwan, and the Ming-Yi Foundation to make this program possible. And the final goal of this program is to help Taiwan become the NGO training hub in Asia. So far we have 2 batches of the fellows. We have 25 alumni from 15 countries. We have received more than 1,500 applicants from 57 countries. And we are also very happy to work with 22 Taiwanese NGOs as the host organizations to accommodate the NGO professionals. If we look at more details in terms of countries, we have almost all the ASEAN countries to get on board. And in South Asia, we have India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, and Bhutan. And in North Asia, we have South Korea and Mongolia. If we look at the professions from community development to LGBTQ, from disability rights to mental health, it's basically very comprehensive, and it shows how the NGO professionals are doing right now. So we got a lot of feedback from our fellows. One of the most impressive feedbacks is from our Myanmar fellow. He said if there's a country Myanmar should be in the future, it should be Taiwan. And that is because compared to the United States or EU, Taiwan is an Asian country. So we share the similar history and culture with our Asian counterparts, and that is one of the most important strengths of Taiwanese NGOs and the civil society. The other thing is, the other feedback comes from our Bangladesh fellow. She's really impressed by the independence of Taiwan's NGOs and the civil society, and also the strong partnership between the NGOs and the government agencies. So she said the knowledge share was incredible, and particularly for him as a development practitioner based in the global south. So I think Taiwan also has a very good potential to play a bigger role in global south for a better future. So our fellows, when they go back to their countries, they share a lot their Taiwan experience in local language so that people can know more about Taiwan. And then we also facilitate, because of this program, we also facilitate more new programs, new collaboration between the Taiwanese NGOs and the foreign NGOs. And one of the funny things is that the alumni, the fellows, is become a de facto liaison office of the Taiwanese NGOs. So when we need a new program in a new countries, our alumni are the first people that we will contact. This is just amazing. So for the Taiwanese part, we also learn a lot because this program is not a one-way thing. It is a bilateral exchange. So we expand a lot of regional network and service location, and we are also thinking about what we can do more in our next step, because our alumni are very precious assets for us. So at this moment, we are thinking about what we probably can do, like the best practice grant. We can provide some funds for our alumni so they can initiate new projects in their countries. and particularly based on their experience in Taiwan, to show how Taiwan can play a bigger role in the region. So Taiwan definitely has the leadership of the society in Asia, and what we are doing right now and what we're thinking about right now is how we can become an active platform to work with our Asian counterparts and our partners across the region and to form a better future for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, Linus, for sharing with us the leadership of Taiwan-8 in enabling yourself as the platform organization to help and lead Taiwan's NGO in international development agenda, working with the counterpart and partner across the region. And last but not least, I would like to invite Dr. Eve Chu on behalf of the Taiwan Fact Check Center. Dr. Chu, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Yang, and distinguished panel, and all the audience, and good afternoon. And I'm the last one, last but not least, okay. And yeah, the time's limit, so I will show you my organization. We are fact-checking organization. We call Taiwan Fact Check Center. We nonprofit. Really, we're nonprofit, and yeah, we are very independent because we're working as journalists. You know, journalism need to be very independent because we try to be comply the principle of journalism, right? So, so we have international connection. We are signatory, the member of IFCN, is International Fact Check Network, run by United States Foundation called Point Center. And those system, I mean the signatory system, used to, I mean, should run very well until last month, and it's generally something happened. We collaborate with the tech giant Meta and Google. We get funding mainly from the giant tech, but of course Meta is going to end the third part fact-checking program now. So we need to find our way out. So that's not a very good news in the beginning of my presentation. But well, we already, our board member already decided to sustain. We will pave our way out. But how? We're still thinking, and we need your suggestion also. But of course, the plan should turn to our domestic enterprise and our audience to do the fundraising, etc. We will figure out, so that's not a very positive circumstance, but yeah, we will keep struggling and fighting, right? And I will let you know what we work looks like. We doing our fact-checking mission and task with our audience. Our audience will share their the misinformation, disinformation they saw on their social media and on their device, and yeah, through the live chat box, through through Facebook page, and through any kinds of social media they saw, they just send to us. Then we will know what disinformation, what kind of disinformation, misinformation circulate among people. If many people share that pieces with us, we will trigger our debunking, our countering disinformation process. After we done it, we will disseminate those reports through the similar channel with our audience. So that's the methodology we're doing our job. We do it on a daily basis, and since the end of the 2023, actually, very beginning is 2019, but now, of course, just the situation I mentioned. But the story is why our job, why our task is very important. I will show you this map. It's the freedom freedom of the press worldwide 2024. It's from RSF, Reporter Without Border. They release the index, the map every year. You can see, I circle it, is Taiwan is the only yellow color, Asia. The dark gray, it means the situation not very good. And the yellow and the green mean the freedom is quite okay. They have the color, green and yellow mean good. So Taiwan is the quite good freedom. We have freedom of press. But the situation is the trust of the people. People don't trust media very well. About less than 30% of people trust mainstream media. Very low, even in Asia country. In Japan, more than 40. We're similar with South Korea. So it means it's quite strange and ironic why we have press freedom, but we don't have trust from people. The reason, there are many reasons, but one of the reason is because Taiwan is the most attacked country by foreign disinformation. That's by the VDM community, that's by the VDM group, the research, they release the report every year. Taiwan has been the most attacked country, #1 for more than a decade. So the situation is very serious, but it's easy to understand because we got the billion population neighbor, use the same character, simplify Chinese. We don't have any barrier between Taiwan and mainland China. So everything happened in the social media in China will will pour into Taiwan. So there's no wonder because we are all the Chinese using community, so we got so many disinformation cross strait, so it's easy to understand. So this is also the ranking. Taiwan is the most attacked, and China is the biggest production of those disinformation. So you can tell why our ecosystem of information has been attacked and the quality has been threatened so much. So that's why emergence of our working is, and this map is the indication that when the COVID happening globally, Taiwan is the first whistleblower we remind over the world in the very beginning, and we call for a collaboration to do the debunking. We collaborate with other countries to do debunking, and we have done very well. And to prevent, we block our border in the very beginning, and then to prevent the outbreak, to sustain, to give more time, to make more time before the vaccine came out. So that's what we have done in the last several years. And of course, because the bright side is we have been attacked so much. We have so many things to do. We face so serious threats. So we experienced, right? So that's the bright side. We so experienced, so people want to, share want us to share our experiences. So, travel to other. This one is in Singapore, and this one is in Capitol Hill in United States, and the International Press Club. Last year, we invited to share our experience in United States, and it's Palau, and we also invited to share with our friend in Indo-Pacific. Yes, and we also share this is RightsCon happened last month. It's an international human rights conference, and we also share our experience because we experienced, right? So, and talking about this southbound experience, because Taiwan has a very big community of Southeastern migrant workers. So we work with the TASA, it's Trans-Asia Sister Association. We call it TASA. We collaborate with them to do media literacy in those migrant labor community. And the left photo, you saw the gentleman called Aji is from the Indonesia fact-checking organization called Mafindo. Mafindo have done very well. I think you know Mafindo. Yeah, and Aji is a very nice person and so very active. And we collaborate with Aji and his organization. And he came to Taiwan to share his experience in those migrant labor community. So we have lots of experience to share with our friends, our allies. Yeah, and because we are a member of IFCN, and the IFCN regularly, they get together every year, we found that the Asian perspective is not on the main stage. Those Western Central subgroup inside IFCN. So we decided to campaign establishing Asia-Oceania Alliance for Information Integrity. We call it Asia Fact Check Alliance. We are cooking it. We are going to hold a forum in this May, and those representative delegation will come to Taipei, and we will organize and we will make an agenda and propose and try to push Asian perspective viewpoint on the main stage of IFCN assembling of the coming year. So that's why what we put our efforts and we're struggling because the Meta's decision, but so I think we can sustain with all the help from Taiwan society and all friends here. And of course, people so interested about us. And all my faces is because my colleagues work so intensive every day. So I have to dealing with every interview from the international media. So that's not mean I'm more capable just because my colleagues so busy. We are a small organization and a lot of things to do. So we need to sustain and struggling for the Taiwan's need and for this world's need. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Chiu, for sharing with us the story of Taiwan Fact Check Center. And Taiwan actually is at the front line of the disinformation warfare, and that also shows how important this Taiwan Fact Check Center works to facilitate the quality of information and also the international network. Well, I have to apologize for the very poor time management. So it will be difficult to gather questions and engagement from the floor. But I also learned a lot from all the panelists for their devoting work and also their contribution in their very inspiring journey. So I would like to summarize and try my best to pick up those important messages and to come up with a very tentative concluding remark. My imagination, first, regarding the corridor. Why do we need this corridor? Well, my humble imagination to the corridor is that is a channel of free, open, and liberal communication and mobility. And that also shows the existence of a tangible framework for enabling global civil society solidarity and for enabling the delivery of service, assistance, and help. And I think these are the metaphor for the corridor that we need, and also for installing those corridors to help to facilitate the new Southbound Policy Plus. And here we cannot deny that we are already in the 5G era in terms of the telecommunication technological progress. However, regarding the journey that we navigate through our 7 panelists, I can say that we have already marching into the 6G era. The 6G refers to the 6 goods as the criteria for the INGO corridor. The first one is all the panelists show the goodwill for making our world a better place, and that also demonstrates the remark and also the spirit that all the speakers gather at Yushan Forum join hands to make the world as a better place. And the second one is the corridor will accommodate a pool of good ideas, just as Ambassador Amita mentioned, the smart school and also other contribution, and a very unique example of Taiwan's NGO in UN. And those good ideas will be carried out by the good people with the good heart. So that's the third G, the good. And then through the joint effort of the good deed, especially the good investment from the business sector and also from the company. And then we can identify the good partners. So here on the stage, they are the good partners of Taiwan and also of the NGO community across the Indo-Pacific country. So these are the 6G, 6 good criteria or the element that to compose the INGO corridor. So my humble imagination to integrate those good deeds and experiences is how our friends and partners can help Taiwan to facilitate NGO, new Southbound Policy, NGO corridor. I would say that Taiwan-Asia Exchange Foundation can shoulder the responsibility to organize the NGO Congress by inviting the good ideas and the good people to brainstorm what will be the action plan for the next phase. And then we will be happy to work with our AEC consortium partners. And we are happy that Taiwan ICDF joined this consortium. And that will be a great helper to facilitate the technology and the smart humanitarian assistance contribution. And then the Taiwan aid, especially when Linus mentioned the fellowship program and also the training program, and that will be either on site, in person, or online. And that can enrich the content of the civil society connectivity and solidarity. So far there are 3 tangible actions that we come up today for the future materialization of this INGO corridor. TAF for the NGO Congress and AEC Consortium can work together, and Taiwan Aid training program can be incorporated. Okay, since the time is almost there, I would like to make a very quick concluding remark. Based on our earlier discussion, we also observed that increasing number of INGO are choosing Taiwan or have settled down in Taiwan for their headquarters, such as Capri, or regional office for their operations in Asia. On behalf of the Taiwan-Asia Exchange Foundation, TAF, I would like to take this opportunity in Yushan Forum to launch an initiative which is tentatively called the Yushan Initiative for INGO Collaboration. with specific purpose of highlighting Taiwan's friendly environment for international NGO and global civil society solidarity. So the most important issue is the global civil society solidarity and emphasizing Taiwan's active role as a reliable partner for our friends and also the organizations here. I would also like to thank the partner organizations already based in Taiwan and aim to attract more partners which are considering to set up the office outside their country in Asia, in the Indo-Pacific region. Taiwan-Asia Exchange Foundation, starting from this year, we will advance the new southbound policy NGO corridor, as I just mentioned, and offer the humble imagination. And will also facilitate the establishment of Taiwan's INGO hub. And we are grateful that many partners have quickly found like-minded organizations in Taiwan and established ties for collaboration here. So please, finally, please join me to thank all the panelists for the excellent presentation and a very inspiring story share.